Happy Friday, everyone. I am so sorry this is so late. It has been a busy week trying to get ready for you guys for Aspire testing. So today, all I'm wanting to do is go over the calculator with you, the one that you're going to be able to use that will be provided for you. You are allowed to bring your own calculator as well, but it will be checked to see if it's on the approved list. If it is a graphing calculator, it will not be approved. Just heads up. But if it's one that looks like this is the one that we use, just so you can get an idea, it's called the TI-15. And I'm going to kind of go through some of the little tricks and things that could help you on your test with this. So this is what it looks like. If your calculator looks anything like this, it should be good to go for the test. So your math test is on Monday. It's the second test you'll be taking on Monday. So we're just going to go through real quick. I have my ladybug on so you can see as I'm going through. I'm going to kind of hit some of the points with you. So the first thing I want to show you, did it freeze? Hold on, there it goes. Okay. So this is the calculator. Let me get a better angle. Let's kind of turn the light on. I had it on and then it went away. Okay. So in the calculator, the first thing you're going to have to do before you're even allowed to start the test is you're going to have to clear it. So to do that, you're just going to click the on and the memory in the clear button right there, and it'll say memory cleared, and that means everything that was on the calculator will be cleared. And you want to do this anyways because some students like to play around with the calculator and hit the fix button, and that usually messes with your actual typing. So I'm just going to kind of go through and give you some quick tips. So when you're typing in the calculator, let's say 45, okay, maybe I do need to turn the light off. Okay, yeah, let me turn the light off. There we go. Like if I had 45 plus and I wanted to type 19 and not 18, you can do one of two things. You could clear it and start all over, or you can just hit this back button and go back and type over it. Okay, so that's also an option. Another thing that's really great about this calculator is that it has fractions that you can make. So let's say you need to do 1/3. So if I type the number 1 and 1/3, the 1 is the numerator. So that's what this little N with the line over it means. Then you just type 1/3, but then you're going to have to push the arrow over plus, let's say, 2/5. 2 numerator 5th. And then you can just hit enter and you get, it's 11/15. Okay, so you can use that button. Another thing you can do is, let's say you had to change a decimal like 5/100 into a fraction and you didn't know how. This F to D button will take, you have to hit enter first, I forgot. Enter, then hit the fraction decimal and it will do it for you. Also, with that, I know this can be simplified more. This button right here where it says simp means to simplify. You just click it, enter, and it will simplify it for you. I will make a Google slide that shows you all these buttons clearer than what I'm showing you here. I'm just trying to give you some quick tips of how to use the calculator. Another thing is if you have a percent question and it says like, what is 30% of 80? You can type that in, 30%, and there's a percent sign right here. And then of is your multiplication of 80. And it's 24. So you can use that to find the percent of something as well. You could also, if you have decimals, like if they gave you the decimal 69/100ths and you needed that to be a percent, you can click this arrow means to change to a percent. So it's 69%. Or if you had a fraction, like for this, you can click change to percent and it will change it to the percent for you. So that's a really great button to have. Another thing is when you have improper fractions, like let's say I had 25 twelfths, something like that. Well, that's an improper fraction. You can just type it in like that and it'll make it a mixed number. Or if you have a mixed number and you need it to be an improper fraction, that's what this little button right here means. The UND with the /ND means you can switch it back and forth. See, it goes back. If you need it to go the other way, hit it. It goes back and forth just like that. Okay, so clear. Let's look. Okay, I didn't know what this button was for, this int with the division sign. it actually gives you a remainder. So let's say you needed to divide like 5,264 and you need to divide it and it asks for the remainder divided by 3. That will give you the remainder, R2. If you hit the normal division button, okay, so 5,264, and then I just hit this divided one without the int, it's going to give you a decimal. So that's the difference between the two. I don't know if I click this. Yeah, no, that wouldn't work. Okay, so this will give you a remainder. This one will not give you a remainder. Okay, order of operations is a big 6th grade standard. So one thing you can think of with order of operations is that the calculator will do some order of operations for you. But you have to remember, if there's parentheses, you have to use parentheses. Also, this button right here, this little house, is your exponent button. So like 5, if I needed 5 to the power of 2, it's my power raised to the power of 2, and then it gives you this 25 because exponents means 5 times 5 twice. Okay, same thing, like if you had your order of operations, let's say it said 8 times 5 plus 16. Okay, it will do the order of operations for you. It's because remember, order of operations, multiplication is going to come before adding. And you can see that 8 times 5 is 40. Even if I do it the other way, it's still going to do the order of operations for you. So it doesn't matter what comes first. Just make sure you type it in correctly. Okay, D means denominator. So if you want to put the denominator first, you can do that. I talked about this one. These two you will not need to use for anything. We talked about the percent button. Option 1 and 2 you won't need. We talked about the percent button. You will not need pi. That's a 7th grade standard. You won't need square root. We talked about this as being your exponent. So like 3 to the power of 4. That's how you would do that. Or you could just type 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Either one works. Okay, your negative sign, you shouldn't need it because it's not a 6th grade standard. This is a negative sign, not the subtraction. The subtraction's over here in the yellow. So these are all of your operations that do things. That's why they're color-coded. This is your decimal is down here. Okay, I don't recommend using this. This is when people mess with the calculators and it messes them up, but I will give you a tip. So for example, we just finished unit rate. If you needed to do a unit rate problem, let's see, $4.99 divided by 3. Let's say like 3 apples was $4.99. And you get this long repeating decimal. But with money, we know there's 2 decimal places. So this is when you could use this fix button. You could click fix, and then the money would be the 2 decimals. And it will round it for you. So that's the only time. But after you do that, you want to clear. Okay, you want to clear that memory because you don't want that fix to stay on there. Because I will show you what does happen. So like, let's say I had 15 divided by 2, like that. Okay, and then I had fixed, and I fixed it to 1 on accident. Okay, is 15 divided by 2 8? No. So that's where if you're getting funky answers on your calculator, just clear it. Memory clear it, test it again, and see if it's correct. So 7.5 makes more sense. Also, remember, if you have a decimal, you could also change that to a fraction. Fraction and decimal. Whoops, I think I didn't click it. There it goes. Just like that. And then 5/10 could be simplified. So there you go. You could, and even if it can't be simplified, it'll just tell you the same answer. Okay. The one thing I do tell my students in class all the time when they're using these is the calculator is not an answer giver. The calculator is a tool. It only does what you tell it to. So if it does something wrong, it's because you told it to do something wrong. So it's just because you type something in here doesn't mean it's going to give you the right answer. So on your test, if whatever you put in the calculator isn't an answer choice, then you probably typed something wrong in the calculator. It's probably not the test. However, at some point it could be the test. Okay, so that is the little tips and tricks. I'm going to put together a Google Slides that'll go out later. This is all you have to do today. I hope you enjoyed your April Fool's prank. I think maybe one person actually read the questions because they answered all the same answer. But kudos to all of you. I could tell some of you were nervous because you opened it and then you closed it, and it sends me emails when you do that. You will do great on Monday. I can't wait to see some of you. I know you're going to do fantastic. Don't stress about this test. We've all had a challenging year, and we're expecting you to do your best. Don't get me wrong there. But this test does not define who you are. It doesn't define your ability. We all struggled this year. So just do the best you can. Don't stress out about it. If you have any questions about the calculator, I will be around because most of you guys are really close. Well, you all are. You're right all in the same hallway as me. Last thing, before you leave, I'm going to have your question is going to be, whose class are you testing in? So if you have not checked your email, I emailed everybody, I think on Monday. I think I got everybody. So there could be a chance I missed someone. Please let me know right now, who do you have for testing? What teacher, what room? If you don't know, then write, I don't know, and I will send you a private comment. So check back later after you turn this in and see if I left you a private comment with the room thing. But I will see you guys on Monday. Hopefully this weekend's beautiful and you can be outside. Have a great day, guys. Bye.